aka Bullets YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
The King will start at pole position for the 29th race, but then Clint Shiftwright would end up leading the most laps with 177. But then Chick Hicks wrecked 17 cars, but he'll be suspended for the next 5 races because he did that. His rival Kyle Traxon would wreck 2 other cars before Rowley Boltstrike, WJ Lights, Kyle Traxon, and Andrew Axler all almost won the 29th race, but in the end, Jimmy Speedcar would somehow win the 29th race. And this is the finish. How does any race end 5 wide? The King would once again start at pole position for the 30th race, but then now he leads the most laps before Kyle Traxon would wreck 10 cars. Chuck Armstrong was not one of them, but he got sick, and Banks will have to replace him for the rest of the race. But only 10 laps later, he's out because he crashed into Krusty Rotor. I feel bad for these two. Jeff Gorvette would only lose by 9 inches to Kyle Traxon, who would win the 30th race somehow. Something that wasn't so surprising was Hollingus getting the pole for the 31st race, where Mike Yankee would go airborne because of Eugene Karbareski. Why? Oh, and he's out because of Ken Schrader. Well, of course it is. But the two Burnton brothers would lead the most laps this race, with Jeff leading slightly more laps. Ernie Swervin would be in the lead with 1 to go, but now he's out because of Dale Earnhardt, who does a bump and run. But wait, he doesn't win the race. And neither does Ron Blaster, who came very close. But Kenny Shiftwright will win his 2nd race ever with the 31st race. James Clean Air, who didn't even qualify for the last race, gets the pole and then leads the most laps of the 32nd race. Kyle Traxon would wreck 7 cars. Luckily, James Clean Air avoided them and lost by 15 feet to Bobby Carboni, who would win the 32nd race. And he would get the pole for the very next race, the 33rd race. Ernie Swervin will now be out for the season due to a hard crash, which also involved Robbie Gorvette and Sean McMotor. Kyle Traxon caused this crash, and he'll be suspended for the rest of the season. Ken Schrader's out because of Eugene Karbareski. Well, of course it is. But Mark Carton would almost win the 33rd race, losing to Terry Carboni, who would win his 2nd race this season. Another car who won 2 races this season is Dale Earnhardt, and he'll start at pole position for the 34th race. Rowley Boltstrike would lap the field on lap 87, but Eugene Karbareski somehow caught up and passed Rowley Boltstrike, sadly winning the 34th race. Bobby Carboni will start at pole position for the 35th race, where Hollingus would lead the most laps with 179, but Eugene Karbareski would wreck 9 cars. Why? But he's out because of Ken Schrader. Well, of course. But James Clean Air would have another close finish, but this time he lost to Andrew Axler, who broke an almost 3-year-long winless streak. But that doesn't punch him far enough to make him in contention to win the Piston Cup. These 8 cars can mathematically win the Piston Cup. Oh, and every single one has 2 wins. Chick Hicks also has 2 wins, but these 4 cannot win the Piston Cup this season. Well, Chick Hicks is here because he keeps getting suspended.
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's as if you subscribed, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
Sorry I sounded tired when recording this video, but the 1996 Dynaco 400 will take longer to come out because I have to make the starting grid for that race, like I did for the 1996 Florida 500. But the 1996 Dynaco 400 should still be out soon enough.